Tonight, from At&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth At&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts. And Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from At&T Stadium. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now Dak Prescott leading the way onto the field. His 5th year now as a starter as he gets the keys again to this Dallas Cowboys offense.
You hear so many discussions about Dak Prescott. Is he one of the top quarterbacks in the league? Is he still ascending? What does he need to do to get there? All I know is that when he's in control of the Dallas offense, they were #1 in the league last year in terms of yards per play. And he was 2nd in the league in passing yards with over 4,900. This guy gets it done, and his team really likes him as their leader.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Prescott now from the 50. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Pretty good start right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's not locking in on just one target early, is he? Spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Back-to-back first downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Pernell
McPhee in there on the stop.
On the play brings up 2nd and 10 at the Ravens.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there.
Makes the score Cowboys 3, Ravens nothing.
So the first points of the night belong to our home team as they're able to take the opening kickoff and at least get 3 points out of it.
Yeah, and that helps the crowd, right? Helps people feel good about why they're there watching this game. They move the ball well on their opening drive.
The Ravens take over.
The reigning league MVP Lamar Jackson trotting onto the field and leading the way now in his third season in the National Football League as this Baltimore offense gets set to go.
And to me, he's one of the two most difficult guys in the league to game plan for in the NFL, and I add Patrick Mahomes in that category. But just about every team we talk to getting ready for Lamar Jackson says the exact same thing. We've got to slow him down running the football, yet no one's been able to really do it consistently. Now, the most impressive thing about his game to me, how he's developed as both a passer and a leader. His team believes in him.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up second.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. From the gun, it's Jackson. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Chuck Clark.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Pernell McPhee drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. DeAnthony Thomas will return it for Baltimore.
DeAnthony Thomas on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And the last drive, their 1st drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson, quick slant to Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Marquise Brown. A gain of 12. 1st down.
They'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
The pass.
Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he rifles one incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Jackson.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 28.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
8 yards on the pickup.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards and a first.
Right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Prescott.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Prescott on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz.
Prescott's pass.
7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
3 yards to go.
Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 19. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there, really nice play because it gives him a little bit of room to complete it.
Dak's going to keep it. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. But guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and so and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's
Football means exactly what you just talked about. Assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. An option run with Ingram. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And that's McCoy, who is still down following the play. Appears shaken up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
There's a good push to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings it
on. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st.
That's what love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run with Elliott. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Draw play, Elliott. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin him back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ravens nothing.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Jackson. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
A 5-yard gain.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Brought down at the 20.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Now it's Ingram. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Brought down behind the line.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
This is Elliott. And shutting him off, now open field. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Elliott. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Elliott again, the ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now Elliott. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
That's good.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now Elliott fights through him. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. But the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And there he had to break multiple tackles to earn that touchdown. Bottom line, he earned that touchdown.
Indeed he did. That was pretty much a get-off-of-me run and all the way into the end zone.
Zerline on and the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Thomas. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10.
The ball switches back over to Mark Ingram and the Ravens. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit. Maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. And then you got a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
This pass into the arms of Snead. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards the pickup there.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Cowboys.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson, he's going to keep it himself. fighting his way through contact. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
Mark Ingram, the ball carrier.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
And as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's 17-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Now this will make it into the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. He's in his zone, second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
You call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. On the draw, this is Ingram. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And you know he wants to make the most of every carry because he competes with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson, 4 carries and yardage. But Mark Ingram, over 1,000 yards last season. And then the Ravens went out and drafted WK2 out of Ohio State in the 2nd round. So now the Ravens potentially have 2 guys to pair with Lamar Jackson in the run game. Wishbone formation, anyone?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
brings up 2nd and 1. At the
Self.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. The Ravens on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And now the third-year man out of Rutgers, it's Gus Edwards. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a man who played high school ball here in LaGrange, Texas, J.K. Dobbins.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
A gain of 6 yards.
Operating from the gun, Jackson.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
And the Ravens are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Jackson.
And I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Ravens draw a bit closer.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken in the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
Throwing, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Prescott's pass
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
18 on the play. First down, Ravens.
Throwing is Jackson. And going deep downfield for Boykin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Prescott from the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional, we're able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this from 34. And Zerline's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
20. Ravens 14.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Anthony Thomas on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. That's Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. We've got 2 more after this one, and then we get it all started, as we normally do, on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
It's now 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Once again, Griffin steps away. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
A loss of 11 yards.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Griffin. He's going to find his receiver, Chris Moore. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. Here we go with a player's spotlight, and we shine that spotlight on Andy Dalton. And what would you say? Is it the offensive line that has caused a lot of this pressure to get back there?
That's always the first place that you have to look to see what's going on, but part of it is so difficult to simulate this type of pass rush in practice because the speed, the ferocity, the quickness, some of the change-ups and how they get at the quarterback that you may not have seen on film, all that is different. You can practice it as much as you want to. You can even insert smaller, faster guys at positions to show that the speed's going to be quicker, but until the whistle blows and you play for real, it's just not the same.
And not as easy to implement on game day. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. First try for the right arm of Dalton here. And that's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He's tackled at the...
They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Here's Pollard again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That's good.
They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
Passing, it's Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The sack by Justin Ellis.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 4th down.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will make this a 9-point lead.
Cowboys 23, Ravens 14.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Over 1st and 10.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the 1st down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Griffin going to keep it himself.
He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line.
Griffin.
An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a 1st down.
It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, Griffin. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle.
Griffin's pass.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 29. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
29-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
Edwards now on 1st and 10.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's
out of the gun, Griffin. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
Griffin's pass.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
And it's third down.
Operating from the gun, Griffin. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after.
The extra point.
And the lead is down to 2. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum is sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Dalton and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
out of the gun. It's Dalton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Intended for Dalton Schultz. Incomplete.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Pollard. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Pollard, the ball carrier.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Harrison. 4 yards on the pickup.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Dalton here from the gun. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That's good.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
At the 49.
Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact to complete it.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Run for Pollard. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up
Dalton off play action. He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Griffin. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, Griffin. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly. And
here's Sam Cook now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 40.
Getting ready to go again. Here's Andy Dalton marching back onto the field. The lead is theirs here in the 3rd quarter, but it's really been the ground game that's been the recipe for success.
you mean the spotlight isn't shining as brightly on the guy throwing it?
No, it's the man behind him that's had a heck of a game.
And that's really okay. That's actually what you're looking for. I mean, your pride tells you, hey, I want to be responsible. I want to throw a bunch of touchdown passes. But when you're able to run the football, typically speaking, your team's doing pretty well. And in this case, they're winning.
We'll see if they have balance on this drive.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
Here's Dalton. Now they go screen. It's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back their own.
Now here's Pollard. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. Great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Andy Dalton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
The end zone brings up 3rd and goal.
From the gun, Dalton. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Pass.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And that is going to be incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it, it doesn't work. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
On the option, here's Griffin.
And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
They run with Edwards. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Baltimore ball carrier. The tackle made by Jalen Smith. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back now in Arlington. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. The Ravens on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6.
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could manage. The punter, Cook, who sends it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
Take over 1st and 10.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Dalton and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics. He's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
That's
11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They'll run with Pollard. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Pollard. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard,
Harrison on the tackle.
Harrison. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, Anderson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd.
On 3rd down, Dalton. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And as this drive began, the offense had to be thinking touchdown, knowing the situation. Even after that loss, touchdown still on their minds. This is a one-possession game. A field goal doesn't do them a whole lot of good.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run, making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle, no running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Zerline now for the PAT. And that makes it a 9-point game. A 10-play drive that time. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And we will start at the 25 as Barner will not return it.
And now Baltimore, after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. RG3 going to bring the Ravens up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now Griffin on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
This time, Griffin will throw. Got an open man, it's Scott. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Operating from the gun, Griffin. Eluding the pressure right. A nice job there on the escape and scramble of Fridge.
So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now it's Edwards. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
On the carry.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
At the 12-yard line.
From the gun on 3rd down, Griffin. And this is going to be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and that'll move him back within 6 now.
Ravens 24.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive.
Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Number 20.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Calais Campbell fighting his way home for the sack.
Down back at the 40-yard line.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Dalton's
pass.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
16.
And Wilson has it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard. And he gets it down to the 32.
Tony Pollard, the ball.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 7.
From the gun, Dalton. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
I'm one of those guys.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
Maybe the old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Dalton down to a knee, and that'll be all she wrote. Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and you're used to winning, not quite the same. But if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be able to kneel down at the end, even better.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got this. You know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.